Worked on you. I keep... Our paths may differ, but our goals are one and the same. There is no more need for words. Peter, I can do that. Hey, Eric. Ah, you returned. Were you able to find Vildegoat? Oh, yeah. I see. I'm pleased to hear that his effort to revive the Fist of Ralgo proceeds apace. Of course, it'll still take considerable time for the faith to take root across the land, but Vildegoat is young and determined. The day will come when he realizes his dream. But I think there's none other than Curtis Heck's daughter who sought him out. A woman who embraces her lineage and a man who rejects his. Viewed thus, their paths could not be more different. But as they have discovered, their goals are one and the same. Alamigo is stronger for their cooperation. In any case, it appears my concerns are unfounded. My thanks for laying my fears to rest. For a while, though, I believe I will observe those two souls in their future endeavors. After all, I'm nothing if not observant. Look for. All right, let's head to what's next? I feel like we had a white mage job to do. My disguise.
Rayo may be more affable than her brother, but she's not one to spout words of idle flattery. Thus I speak from experience. Yes, you've proven yourself a worthy white mage indeed, Kupo.
Peter, how fare you in your studies of the white? I sense your magics have grown even stronger since last we met. That's the right voice. Speaking of old acquaintances, did you recall Alakwa, the Auri girl responsible for the taint and its corruption? As a form of atonement, she's begun training in the art of conjuring. Mayhap you could stop by Stillglade Fane and look into her for me. Or look in on her for me. Don't look into her, that'd be weird. I'm sure she would be glad of the visit. You may also come across Gaddy whilst you're in town. Consider her an Orthodox Humphrey, and my fellow Pajo has been given leave to roam somewhere more freely than might otherwise be allowed. Do give my regards to her and Sylvia when you see them. Whew. This is the outfit I came dressed in. Hey there, Lakla. Wished you dead. But I promise I've changed. I'm doing all they ask of me. At least, I'm trying to. My attempts at curing spells are abysmal. I perform the exercises that the Sidsi had taught me, but it would seem I'm unsuited to the healing arts. Being an outsider, it is difficult for me to make friends here. although there are two young ladies who do seem eager to include me in their chatter. Alakwa, I didn't know you knew Peter. Were you two talking about your adventures? I want to hear about the adventures. Oh, me too, me too. Can we stay and listen? I suppose, if Peter doesn't mind. Great. What kind of tale will you tell? Once upon a time. The end. Tale of a man who crossed time and space to save the world. And me. I must truly care for you. That I completely understand. What a lovely story. I want to be able to do that, to protect people. But I'm probably going to need a lot more training. Then why don't we all go and train right now? Together, we can work on becoming just like the person Peter told us about. Yes, that's a wonderful idea. Alakwa, you and Peter both have to come with us. It'll be so much more fun with the four of us. If you insist. I say we head out to the hedge tree and practice listening to the whispers of the forest. Come on, everyone, follow me. Sure. Here I am dressed like Heidelin. There's Selby. Oh, goodness. What happened here? Peter, the XIV, they stabbed a sword in the hedge tree. The elementals really didn't like that. And before we knew it, we were being attacked by a tree ant. It must have been some sort of revenge on Gridania. The XIV trying to cause panic or chaos or... Gaddy wants to try calming the spirits, so we led Mr. Smashy Branches here away. Only just managed to take it down. My own conjure is too weak to be of any consequence. Sylvie's forced to expend too much aether to ensure the creature's defeat. Don't focus on me, it's Gaddy that needs help. The elementals were furious. There's no way she could soothe their anger alone. Please, hurry, Peter, she needs you. Peter, thank goodness. I pulled out the sword, but the elementals lashed out, and they won't listen to me. Please, you have to calm them down. It's only another one of those triads goes after Sylphie and Alpha. Oh. Gaddy, you look hurt. I want to heal you, but there's no aether left to cast spells. Alakwa, you'll have to do it. Me? But I cannot. You must. Can't you see she's in pain? I want to help, but my conjurer is so weak. I'll try. No one should suffer so. Thank you, Alaka. I feel so much better now. Your healing was like being wrapped in a soft, warm blanket. I'm so glad to hear that, Caddy. To be honest, I did not expect the spell to work at all. But it did. That should be good. And thank you, Peter. I never knew the elementals could get that mad. Whew. A long way to go before I'm as strong as you. Who is the word for it? I think Brother Isuni owes us a reward after all that hard work. Oh, Sylvie. Lakwa, I don't think I've ever seen you laugh before. Today really has been full of surprises. That goofy look in my face. With that mask on. Thank you, Pieta. If you hadn't come along, I might have lost the first real friends I ever had. No problem. That's what Peter does. He's always a hero when you need one. That's right. In fact, both of you were heroes today. I would hardly say it was heroic. I'm serious. We need to tell Brother Isumi how incredible your conjurer is now. Again, I think you praise me overmuch. We should certainly report this incident, and let him know you're safe and sound. Let's head back, then. I think I'm ready for a cup of tea and a nice long nap. Peter, I may just find my place here after all. Listening to your tale earlier, I was convinced that there was no one in my life I cared for that much, or who cared about me. And then I saw how Gaddy was hurt. I never felt my heart beat so wildly, never felt such relief as I did when my spell healed her. I wonder, was this how the people in your ventures felt too? I'll continue with my studies, and then, should you need me, should any of you need me, I'll be ready. Would you mind letting Rao know my decision to stay on? I'm a little embarrassed to display all this sentiment in front of the seeds here. Sure, I can do it. I'm tranquil. Peter, you returned to me with word of Alakwa. Oh, yeah, she's doing great. She just saved somebody. Oh, I was of a mind to investigate the disturbance myself when it suddenly subsided. It was fortunate you were nearby. I am heartened to hear that Alakwa at last has awakened to her talent for conjuring. I suspected it was not her potential, nor her lack of learning which stymied progress, but merely a lack of confidence. Her shift in perspective was encouraged by no small part by your inspiring presence, I'm sure. But do not allow such praise to deter you from perfecting your own art. The mastery of white magics is a road that never truly ends, Peter. I expect to hear even greater things from you ere next we meet. Cool. Okay. Okay. I was hoping to see if it, like, which jobs I have not. Okay, so I've done White Mage, I've done Bard, done Monk, done Dancer, done Red Mage, done Astrologian. I don't think there is one for Sage. I'm missing Scholar and Summoner. Those are the two I haven't got. I got everything else. Oh, I still need to go to Raban in the Alamegan Quarter. I knew Arnwald would make a good impression, and he's outdone himself. Not only has he found a new avenue in life to explore, he's taken to it with considerable aplomb. And while his proposed memorial ceremony is bound to have detractors, I have faith that many will come around. Not all, but enough, I pray. For our part, we must stand at the ready for whatever may occur. I shall send word if there are any developments. Complete. Level 88. Okay. So then we go Scholar and head to Foundation. Go from there. Got about 50 minutes before I need to break to go do stuff with. Let's go to a doctor's appointment. Let's see here. Got night. I will be able to stream this afternoon. Heading to the strategy room. I should be glad to show you in. Yeah, let's go to the strategy room. Hello, Antoriel. Hello, Antoriel. That's the right room. Peter, excellent timing as ever. Deacon Clem was just sent word that Bishop Votino will see us now. By which I mean right this instant. It is extremely short notice, I know, but it would not do to miss the opportunity to learn how he and Bernbro may be connected. Not wishing to keep his grace waiting, Lord Imeric is already on his way to St. Arnald's Cathedral. Come, let us hurry there ourselves. Have fun. My lords, I am sorry. I informed His Grace you are making your way hither. But shortly before you arrived, he recalled that he had urgent business and had to leave the cathedral at once. He cannot have gone far, though. So if you wish to search for him in the hopes you can steal a moment of his time... To grant us an audience, only to depart with such haste. What business could be so pressing? That is the question. Oh, no. Can't go. Oh well, I'll try to jump. Hey there, Bartonel. Bartonel. Well, well. But even the Savior of Ishgard should be here. Your Grace, perhaps this is simply our misunderstanding, but we were under the impression that you had granted us an audience. Lord Speaker, Rest assured, I was just about to return to the cathedral. There's no need, Your Grace. This will not take long. As you may have heard, we are investigating a young man named Verdreau. Is he known to you? Confirm that it is when I think it is. Yep. Okay, so 45 minutes. Just to make sure I don't forget. There's no need, Your Grace. This will not take long. As you may have heard, we're investigating a young man named Verdreau. Deeper voice. Is he known to you? No, I cannot say he is. With the exception of the former Archmagistrate, I am sure I know no one by that name. But mine and the Archbishop's are known to many, yes. Perhaps this youth took inspiration from public services over which we presided. Goodly so that he is. For glad am I that his faith was of comfort to him in sickness, and I pray to Helene that he will soon be found in good health. Now then, if there's nothing else, I shall return to my duties. Oh, man, yes. Fear not, Your Eminence. I shall carry on your legacy. We've completed the preparations as per your instructions, but are you certain this will work? It will. It must. Lord Imeric spoke the truth when he revealed the Archbishop sought primal powers to strengthen the people's faith. I could not bring myself to believe it. Not at first. But in the course of cataloging His Eminence's personal articles, I came upon his journal. Therein he had written that, through abundant aether and fervent prayer, it is possible to make gods of men. All the power we require lies in this place, this as-is-la. By channeling the essential elements into the soulless flesh and sword we have found, we shall summon forth King Thordan and his knights 12, and by his blessing, Ishgard shall be restored to its former glory. What, you mean the bishop was the bad guy all along? Gasp. Man, Ishgardian Church. Oh, man. What is this? It's just an ordinary man. Scarcely changed from before. His Eminence, I must protect. No, this is not right. Confound it. Perhaps I overlooked something. I must return to the Holy See and review the journal. Your Grace, what should we do with this thing? Leave it. 'Tis a failure, without use or value. The denizens of this place will deal with it soon enough. So I was expecting this guy to start saying reunion, but no, he really is, like, having the whole Sephiroth clone thing going on, for real. So how much is Pieter going to say? Pieter, are you well? Were you perchance granted a vision of the past?
Oh yeah, this guy is really shady.
An attempted summoning of King Thordan and his Knights 12. Your Grace, we should know full well that summoning is strictly forbidden. You should, certainly. You will accompany us to the congregation and explain yourself. Or turn into a monster. One of those.
I have dedicated my life to the church, conducted my affairs in accordance with the scriptures, and taught others to do likewise. But you took it all from us, tore down everything that defined us. You cannot know how it feels to have your very existence rejected, to be forsaken by your community, to be denied by your society. But I denied you. I deny this justice. I deny Nishgard where the church has no place. I refuse to accept it. Do you hear me? I refuse to accept it.
Well, I for one was shocked.
Your Grace, no.
That it should become violent yet again. Would that your hand had not been forced, my lord. Deacon Clem should not be alone at this time. I shall remain with him, attending to the aftermath. When things have settled, I'll return to the congregation. Pray go on ahead and get some rest.
All right.
So, Clem, don't be turning into a dragon whenever we're gone, all right? I need you to stay not dragon. Right, went up to the top of the stairs and meet back in the strategy room. Heading to the strategy room? I should be glad to show you in.
Sure, thanks. Hey there, Emmerich. What's up?
Ah, the music. Heavensward music. How fares the deacon? Well enough given the circumstances. Although understandably shaken, he's more determined than ever to help his fellows. Truly, he is possessed of a stout heart. But to think that even a member of the Synod would succumb to despair in turn. The crisis gripping the church is far graver than I had imagined. And pushing for such abrupt separation of religion and state, they may have exacerbated the growing divide between the clergy and the general populace. Pieter, will you recount in full that which you witnessed in your vision?
Sure. He had a guy, and there was a big sword, and he said a little prayer, and the guy turned into a different guy. The end.
Oh, and also, I don't know what was going on. That he should seek to use one of Alag's unholy abominations to create a primal. Yet that which manifested was not like the being you fought, but rather retained the form of a man, one driven by the desire to protect the Archbishop.
Yep.
We may safely assume the bishop did not have sufficient aether. Bereft of Nidhogg's eye, the sword Ashkelon no longer has such power. Nor does that of the Warring Triad remain to be harnessed, thanks to your valorous intervention. But if the summoning failed, how could the clone come to possess life? And what purpose drives it? Lack of aether notwithstanding, the necessary components were present for summoning. Perhaps the ritual itself was a success, and the vessel, though imperfect, arose as a champion of the Archbishop. Yet how does he come to be in Central Highlands? You believe this clone and the man who became the blasphemy are one and the same? Nay, I merely speculate. Yet, considering that we know of the clone in Vaindro, it seems like a highly likely possibility. Whatever the truth may be, it will not elude us forever. And first, I must lay some groundwork for the next phase of the investigation. God permitting, I will have news to share ere long, so pray look in on us when you can. Sure. All right. So I think that's everything. So I've got 30 minutes, which can't really do much. And then after doctor's appointment, an hour, which I really can't do much there either. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop here and just have a clean break. We'll pick it back up at after lunch. I'm going to try and eat an early lunch, and so maybe come back around 11:30 or noon for the afternoon stream. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day if I don't see you again.